Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 different knives that I like to take with me when I go traveling overseas. And I'm also going to share with you a few ideas on how to keep your knives from being confiscated by authorities or also, getting you into any kind of legal trouble. So the first knife that I'm going to be showing you is my SOG Power Lock. This is my multi-tool. And what I'm going to be talking about right now just goes for basically any multi-tool or like a big Swiss Army knife that you have. This is a great kind of tool to bring with you traveling for obvious reasons. I mean, you can do so many different things with it, and it will pretty much take care of any kind of daily need you might have. Some of the cons of a tool like this is that it's pretty big and clunky, and having something like this in your checked baggage would be pretty easy for somebody to find and take from you. I had my Leatherman Wave stolen that way by TSA agents, went on the airplane, hid it in my checked bags, and came back home and it was gone. So either hide it really well if you're going to bring one with you, or just take into account that that might happen. Also, not a great tool for self-defense, but everything other than that, this is probably the best thing you can take with you traveling. Next up on the list is just your regular tactical folder. This is probably what most of you carry in your pocket, something similar to this. This is obviously a Spyderco, but just imagine anything, PM2 or a Griptilian or any kind of regular everyday tactical folder. So this is a great kind of knife to bring with you for obvious reasons. It's comfortable, fits in the pocket, and you can use it for self-defense, but a lot of places this will be illegal. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. Before you travel anywhere, you should always be Googling where you're going, learning about the knife laws, and making sure that if you're breaking any laws, you're aware of the laws that you're breaking at the very least, and what you should do and what kind of consequences breaking those laws might have. This knife in particular, this is my Spyderco Starmate, and I absolutely love this thing. It's one of the only real tactical folding knives that I own. And it's just because I love this thing to death. I can't imagine anything replacing it in the pocket, and I've owned it for over 8 years now. I mean, the spider hole's just perfect for my thumb. I don't have to worry about any kind of switchblade laws, and it's just a beast. Look how gorgeous that thing is. Nice thick blade stock, fairly large, which I like. Love the jimping up here, and really good pocket clip. Only thing bad about the pocket clip is that it's so bright and shiny. If you have this sticking in your pocket, everybody's going to know that you're carrying it. So, I've thought about blacking it out a lot of times. I've just been too lazy. But this has traveled all over the world with me. Through Europe, Africa, Central America, Asia, Middle East. So this is a little trooper. And it still looks pretty damn good after all that time too. So anyway, that's the tactical folder. So the next knife on our list would be a tactical fixed blade. This right here is the Cold Steel Tokyo Spike. It is my absolute, hands down, all-time favorite tactical fixed blade knife, and that's for a few reasons. One, it is really affordable, so if I'm using it in a place where I have to ditch it or get rid of it, it's not the end of the world trying to get a new one. I think it costs $25, $26, and it just kind of has everything I need. It's pretty small, handy, and lightweight. Sorry the blade looks a little nasty right here, but I tried to clean that off and it just won't clean. But it has a really good sheath that's super secure. Let's zoom out a little bit. I use a paracord to carry this on my belt inside the waistband, so I just stick my belt through the loop and then tuck it inside my waistband. I've shaved down some of the texturing on the grip here so that when I do carry it that way, it doesn't chafe against my stomach. But it just feels great in the hand. Really good texturing on the grip, awesome sheath, and super compact. I can wear it as a neck knife to wear it in a shower if I'm feeling unsure about showering somewhere, if I'm showering in a hostel, or I don't know. Probably if you're a girl, it's more of a concern, but maybe you're out camping and you're in one of the weird showers at a campsite, something like that. And you can just carry it so many different ways. Applications for a tactical fixed blade are endless, and Just an awesome, awesome piece. I definitely recommend this knife over any other knife for a small everyday carry fixed blade. All right, coming up next is this little baby right here. This is just a tiny utility knife. This is a Laguiole. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. This is a small little French knife that my mother picked up for me when she was in France, actually, when I was a kid. But I love this little knife. If you're traveling Europe or someplace where they have very strict knife laws and you can't carry, you know, something like this, but you like just having a knife on you just for small utilitarian tasks, this is something that's great. Just a small knife like this, or a small Swiss Army knife that you can just tuck into the coin pocket of your jeans and forget about, and then when you need to open a package or whatever life throws at you, you have a little blade on you. Next up would be my Wildcard knife. So this is a knife that most people don't consider carrying with them, especially knife guys. But one of these little Husky folding X-Acto knives, you can pick one of these up at Home Depot. And the great thing about a knife like this is, take out the blade and you can bring it on your carry-on. No knife in here, no blade. You land almost anywhere in the world and you'll be able to find X-Acto blades. So if you're going somewhere where you can't have a checked bag, this is the knife to have. I'm telling you, these things are great. Pocket clip. You can open it one-handed. And you could potentially use it for self-defense. I wouldn't call it the best thing in the world, but a lot of people have been fucked up by box cutters. So there you go, guys. These are my top 5 knives for traveling. Hope you enjoyed. Oh, and I forgot one last thing. A couple ideas for how to get this in your checked luggage and actually have it at your end destination. One thing that I always do is I just put one of my knives into my underwear bag. So whenever I'm traveling, I have these mesh bags. They have socks, underwear, t-shirts, and I take the underwear bag and I wrap one of my knives up in there. And most of those TSA agents don't want to be digging around through somebody's underwear. If you have a really, really expensive knife, hey, maybe take some chocolate sauce and rub it on the crotch of one of the underwear and then wrap that knife up in there. You know, I doubt somebody's going to want to be searching through that. So that's my tip, guys. Have a good one.